There is a great topic at hand at the moment. The number one flat earth proof, we're calling it. It is the sextant.
Sextants are beautiful measuring devices that, with the aid of lenses and mirrors, can enable you to measure the angle between two objects, typically between the horizon and a celestial object, such as the sun or stars.
The sextant is used to measure angles on a surface.
It's elevation angles, people.
Can you tell us what an angle is? Is it two straight lines meeting at a vertex? Can you confirm that?
Yes, it absolutely is.
When you're looking at an angle of elevation, what are you shooting from? What is the baseline?
Your eye line to the horizontal.
So a horizontal.
You see this line down here? And with triangles, this is called the adjacent. Now, this is the horizontal line. To measure an elevation angle, you must have a flat horizontal adjacent.
The two elevation values are how far above the horizontal plane the sight lines are. This horizontal is derived from the stars themselves, and it's amazingly accurate, and it matches the local horizontal precisely.
To measure an elevation angle, you must have a flat horizontal adjacent, or a flat B right here. You can't get around that. That's why I'd say it's so deadly.
It's a level eye line to the horizontal plane.
So, math is fun. Angle of elevation. The upwards angle from the horizontal to a line of sight from the observer to some point of interest.
You can look to the horizon, check the elevation of the star to get angle A.
From Merriam-Webster, angle of elevation. The angle formed by the line of sight and the horizontal plane. See this guy right here? Kablooey. You need a horizontal plane.
It's a level eye line to the horizontal plane.
What they're saying is you need a flat adjacent, or you're not getting an elevation angle. It's as simple as that. For an object above the horizontal, look, they use horizon, horizontal twice in the same short sentence.
The angle we would be trying to find out is that 50. We would do that by looking horizontally, getting the angle of altitude.
From radartutorial.edu, measurement of elevation angle.
And we also know the angle of elevation to that particular object in the sky.
Elevation angle is the angle between the horizontal plane and a line of sight measured in the vertical plane. So you need a horizontal plane, both of them. You can't get around this.
Now, we form a local horizontal line perpendicular to that vertical. Now, we're going to measure this angle right here, and that's our altitude of the object.
You could try to change the definition of horizontal, but you can't do it. I mean, it'll be a feeble attempt, and we'll laugh at you, and you might convince some can't fog a mirrors, but as soon as I put up a triangle, you're finished. It's all over for you. The whole ball tart spinning space monkey religion implodes right here.
You don't use triangles. You show me how you use a triangle to calculate your distance from the GP. Go. Well, let's have a look at a triangle then, shall we? So you're somewhere in the middle of the ocean. At point A, you can see a star. At point B,
no triangles involved whatsoever.
You can look that star up in the Nautical Almanac to see at this exact moment in time its GP is at point C.
No triangles involved whatsoever.
i.e. the star will be at 90 degrees to the surface at point C. Brilliant. Bugger. What did you say? Just what?
No triangles involved whatsoever.
You strange old fruit. You complete and utter gimboid. You scruffy looking nerf herder. You reject from Failures Are Us. You total smeghead. You knob socket.
No triangles involved whatsoever.
Stop saying that. Look, it's quite obvious that you have not got the faintest idea. Bugger.
As soon as I put up a triangle, you're finished. It's all over for you. The whole ball tart spinning space monkey religion implodes right here with the sextant and elevation angles. It's just that simple. We can't get around it. You don't like that simplicity, do you? I love this argument. I just love it. The term angle of elevation, here's the last definition of angle of elevation. The term angle of elevation by varsity tutors denotes the angle from, like all the rest of them said, the horizontal upward to an object.
You are measuring the angle from your horizontal eye line to whatever object in the sky you're measuring to.
An observer's line of sight would be above the horizontal. Yep, flat, level, flat, adjacent. Simple as that. Well, what does a sextant measure? Would that be elevation angles?
All you're trying to do with a sextant is establish the angle of elevation of the celestial object.
Uh-oh.
A straight line perpendicular to it as our horizontal. That's just something the sextant does. That's the way it's designed to work. Then we do our observation, and we see the celestial object out in that direction. This is our altitude, our sextant angle, because we're measuring that angle directly off the sextant, and the angle is between the horizontal of the sextant and our star. Is this?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Say goodnight. Say good night. A sextant from NASA, our favorite source. A sextant is a tool for measuring the altitude angle, elevation angle of a star above the horizon.
You're saying that there's a horizontal plane and that's above the plane of the Earth. So we've got
That's
two.
the horizontal plane of your eyesight, of your eye line, of the telescope of the sextant. You're making a reading with a sextant.
It's over. Right here with elevation angle. Elevation angle, you need a horizontal, flat, level, adjacent, period. Britannica. In the hands of a practice observer, the modern sextant can be used to measure elevation angles with an accuracy of 10 seconds of arc. That is close enough to determine a ship's north-south position within a few hundred meters. And finally, Princeton astronomy. All the observer does now is to use a sextant to measure the angle of altitude.
So you've got an angle from looking directly at the horizon, correct?
Right.
That's the elevation angle. H of the noon sun with respect to the horizon, and to record the exact time of this measurement. This should turn out the lights, baby. It's simply over right here. There's no argument against this argument. Conclusion, you must have horizontal plane baselines, like I mentioned before, the adjacent, to obtain elevation angles using a sextant.
Or it's a horizontal plane to your level eye line.
This is a death blow, because there are no horizontal planes on a spinning monkey ball.
The two elevation values are how far above the horizontal plane the sight lines are.
This is a death blow, because there are no horizontal planes on a spinning monkey ball.
By looking horizontally, getting the angle of altitude.
This is a death blow, because there are no horizontal planes on a spinning monkey ball.
A straight line perpendicular to it as our horizontal. That's just something the sextant does. That's the way it's designed to work.
This is a death blow, because there are no horizontal planes on a spinning monkey ball. Ergo, the Earth is not a spinning monkey ball. Simple as that. You're finished.
And we also know the angle of elevation to that particular object in the sky.
You strange old fruit.
We're going to measure this angle right here, and that's our altitude of the object.
You complete and utter gimboid.
Elevation values are how far above the horizontal plane the sight lines are.
You reject from Failures Are Us. All you're trying to do with a sextant is establish the angle of elevation of the celestial object. You total smeghead. You knob socket.
We have a horizontal plane from your eye line.
You scruffy looking nerf herder.
That's fantastic. Thank you for confirming that, Sean Hawkins. You're now the third person that is confirming that we have a horizontal plane parallel with the plane of the Earth.
Say goodnight. Why? 2021 to 2000, who knows, is the age of the sextant.